and Solo in Carbonite, a Lego mock by Albo Lego. Part 2. Hello and welcome to Square Ghost, and here we are at the beginning of part 2 of Albo Lego's Han Solo in Carbonite. And we're starting off, this particular part is the top and the bottom of the block of carbonite. So we're building up two pieces, in other words the bottom and the top is exactly the same. You can see we've got big bricks, we've got plates, we've got different colours, we've got some browns. So this is exactly the same, except you can see the big plate that we're building to the big brick. If I turn it over, there you can see. So we're going to do two of these all the way along for the end, fit them to the end of the block of carbonite, and that will be the end of this section. But there's quite a bit of building for these two top and bottoms, so let's get on with that build. So we have another missing piece. As you can see, it's the 2x2 with the actual 1x2 on top with the struts on the side. You've all seen this piece, I know you have. There's supposed to be 4, there's only 3. The only one I've got in my spares is a brown one, as you can see there. I'm lucky because obviously it's going to be built on and around, so you're not going to see it, so it doesn't matter. But I believe now, if I'm just counting up, and I'm going to try and keep count, I think I'm at least 4 pieces missing. Let's get on with the build. So I hope you can see we're about halfway across. I think that's the middle piece, if I'm honest. Just wanted to show you plating. Lovely piece of plating there, can you see there? Or I should say tiling, not plating. I love to tile, as you know, that little shape, and it gives it. Whether all this will be done later, I don't know. We'll wait and we will see. Here's the reverse side of that. As I say, we're building up 2 for the top and the bottom, and you can see there's our odd coloured one in. As you can see there, you're not going to see that thankfully when it's covered, so that's good. Then we've got 4x10s all the way across. These plates here, that's what you can just see underneath there with the big bricks. Again, pointing out here. So that is, like I say, roughly halfway. Let's see where we go now from this step. Now, I nearly had a heart attack. So we need 2 more of those pieces for each piece. So we need a total of 4. And remember, I had to replace one with a brown one. So I was really panicking. And I thought, I will just check my trays and everything else. And no, I'm not going to tell you what I normally tell you. I didn't find them. But what I did find was 4 of these. The right shape, the right brick, the wrong colour. They're supposed to be black. So, in due diligence even, I've gone through the plans page by page, step by step, to see if these 4 bricks are needed. And they're not needed. So they've obviously put them in being the wrong colour. Again, you're not going to see them, so it doesn't matter. But if they're going to put in replacement parts, then surely they should say that they're going to replace a part, even if it's colour. It does help with the build. We've not got that much left to do. Let's get the parts on, let's get it finished. And there you have the end of part 2. Yes, we've got 2 ends for our block of carbonite. And basically, after we've built up, all we've done, and sorry for the glare, is, as you can see, is we have tiled. So it looks, we've filled in all the gaps. It looks absolutely brilliant. Obviously, the sides will fit on there. That's better, you can see better now with those hooks. As you can see here, let me just show you. They were supposed to be black. They ended up being grey. Same for this one. And then of course we did have one missing, which I still haven't found. So I add that spare, but like again I will say it, you won't see it when it's on and dusted. They're solid. I don't know if you can see, there might be the slightest of bows in them, especially at the end, but I don't think that'll be a problem. So before we end the section, we're going to get them on the carbonite block, and then we'll just quickly sum up, and that will be the end of that. So before they go on, I thought I would just show you. There is your top side up, sorry because I'm in the light, but you can see the edges, that would be the bottom, and they're just going to go on here. Same at the bottom here, which you'll see shortly, and then we'll do the sides tomorrow and the day after. So let's get them on. And there you have the end of the part. Part 2 is done, both sides are on, and it has been an absolute battle. Let me take you through it. This side got 3/4 on, maybe, didn't want to go, pushed on this side, locked this one in, this one came out. There is a slight bend, there just has to be. So I thought, what am I going to do here, because every time I locked a side in, the other one popped out. Quite simple. I went from this side, I went from the left, my left, made sure it was pressed down and locked, put weight on with my side on my hand, again pushed through, made this part was down, so I got 2 parts down, this was up. I then managed to again get about 50%, managed to sort of locate that in the right place. I couldn't push it down, I mulking hammered, and it went click, and it was in. Absolutely solid, tight, happy. Bear with me. Not that you'll tell any difference, I have indeed turned it round. So it was a matter of putting the same one on. So I tried the same thing. Managed to get the side on, went across, managed to get that on, so we were inching across, finding the studs. Got to here, sort of located, pressed without even the mulking hammer, and I had a total disintegration. The blocks came out here, 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 you can see here, here, that block came out there, sort of a little cascade inside. I managed to put everything back together. The top had also come off. So again, I still managed to seat. And then I had, here I can show it you better I hope, I managed to get round about up to here. That was all seated, and it was where the brown one was. So if you can imagine, that was on a slight angle. Couldn't push it in, tried everything, pushed, pulled, didn't work. So of course I've got to do something. Mulking hammer, bish bash bosh as we say in the business, and there was a click again, click, and it was in. I noticed it did slightly push out, so I immediately pushed everything back into place. But as to press, both sides are on, both sides are connected nicely. So next part will just be one side. The week after that will be, or the part after that, sorry, will be the other side, because they're totally different sides. So it's worth looking at each side as we go along before we start the build on the top. Will it be as bad going in this side or that side? I don't know. I hope not. I hope, because we've got these like locked in pins now, I hope everything will be fine. there's a part of me that thinks I should possibly build from the plate so instead of building the piece, you put the plates down first and then build to the plate. I might have a look, I might see how it goes. I think there's just an underlay first, as in plates and like what you build to. I might stick that to the side first if I can, and then build to that once the plate's on. I'll come to that when I try it, and as you know, I'll keep you all fully informed about how it goes, what I think's best, and that's it. But with that, the job is a good one. Anybody who's watched this far, I know it's probably dragged out a little bit longer again. Please, if you do, please give us a thumbs up, hit that like button for me. Always good for me and the channel. Really expect that. You know, not expect it, but thank you for it. And if you want to follow us next time on to part 3, I was going to say bag 3 then, but it's a mock, but part 3 of this set of hand Solo In Carbonite, then all you have to do is click on that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And finally, anybody who has watched this, as I say, any of my other little videos, thank you very, very much for watching, and I do hope that we'll see you all next time here on Square Ghost. And with that, you know the drill, you know the score. My name's Kev, I am Square Ghost, and I'll see you all on the flip side.